Well, thought I'd do a little walk around, talk about what's going on around here. That's the new chicken house they're building over here in my backyard. They've got a bunch of Mennonites that's building it, and looks like a bunch of ants whenever they're over there working. They're getting along on it pretty good. Be chickens over there before we know it, I guess. Been kind of a crazy week. I set in to fix a few of the things that I've been putting off. Here's my bargain stove that I bought at an auction. I never had seen anything quite like it. It says New Perfection number 11. And I bought this, I thought it was a different kind of a stove whenever I bought it. Tried to get it working, that was back in the spring. And couldn't get it to work right. So I got aggravated and just set it outside, so it's been sitting outside all summer. And it's been the kind of week where the projects that you just keep letting go. So I walked by it this morning and said, I wonder if that thing will work today. And it's working. And I put a pot of water on it. That's my Dutch oven I bought at the scrap iron place for a couple of bucks. Thought I'd see how long it'd take to boil water. It's getting pretty warm. It's sitting there about 10 or 15 minutes. But I don't think it's still working quite right, but it would warm up the tent if you was in a bind. And then my big fan up there in my exhaust fan was about to fall off the wall, so I pulled it down and rebuilt it. And whenever I was up there looking, I seen that the roof was leaking, so I had to fix the roof. I got that all done. Big problem with that is, as you can see, it's about 20 feet off the ground. That's a little bit hard to get to. So I figured out I've got an old box truck I backed in here, and then I had me a nice platform to work on. And I moved the stove, my wood furnace, had to rebuild it, had some cracks in it, took it all apart, welded them up, changed the blower motor on it so it puts out more air. And had to move the stuff that was in that corner, put it over in that corner where the wood stove used to be. So I got all that kind of done. Junk everywhere. I've been trying to clean junk out. The old wood furnace, I'm going to cut a hole in that wall over there, so I can just back up and throw the wood through the wall instead of having to come in through the front door and go around everything and get back here to it. And I've got to cut a hole up there for the flue pipe to go out of. And projects on top of projects waiting to get in here. Here's my bargain I bought yesterday. It's a 12,000 pound winch that a guy had on Marketplace, and knew they were about 400 bucks. It's a 12,000 pound winch. And I've been needing one, but I didn't want to give that kind of money for a winch. So he had bought it. It didn't run. He couldn't get it to run. So he had bought it off a guy that had bought it off of a guy that said that it used to run. So he had messed with it and gave up on it. And I gave him $100 for it. And messed around with it this morning and got it working, so hopefully that'll be alright. $100 winch. I think my pot wants to boil, but it just isn't quite ready yet. There's my work platform, and that worked great. Climb up on top of that thing. And what else? I put some new drive tire, not new, but some new used drive tires on my semi truck. Well, it was raining and I couldn't work on the roof. And then my little loader down there, I was unloading some pipe off of the trailer and blowed a hose on it. So I got a new hose in here. It needs to come in here and get it fixed. And there's the new road down to the chicken house. Fire truck, red Suburban with a motor in it to go in the other red pickup truck that's kind of sitting down there. It's got a bad motor in it. Another project. So that's the way it's went around here. Another day in the life. See you next time.